Why, David, are they cheap? Particularly, I would think in Europe where, unfortunately right now we're seeing more lockdowns and the hope of a kind of a more regular summer seems to be dashed.
That's right. I mean, I think that that's exactly the reason why some of these markets are cheap. You take a look at Brazil or, for example, the EU, and in terms of the pandemic, they've done a much poorer job in terms of vaccination. But that doesn't mean they're not going to subsequently recover or get their vaccination policies correct. And that allows investors to actually buy in relatively early. And secondly, there are many companies in these markets that actually serve international markets and are undervalued simply because of where their listing is. And we've been able to identify a series of those. So I think that, again, what investors want to do in order to add alpha is to move in advance of the market, not to just move with the market. And that's where that opportunity is.
Megan, I mean, we're just talking about cyclicals, but obviously the sell-off, the broader sell-off, we've seen it in tech stocks as well. I'm looking at your notes, and you basically suggest that it's not an either-or scenario. What do you mean?
Well, I think what we've seen is an increased negative correlation over the past year between value and growth. All that means is when value is working, growth has been really not working. And I would expect over the next year for that to come down a little bit and for there to be opportunities for value and cyclicals to do well, but also growth to do well, particularly if you have a 12 to 18 month time horizon on your investments. We do expect interest rates to move higher, the yield curve to continue to steepen. So I expect that will support cyclicals. But we're also seeing some value appear in areas of the tech and growth space. And we think these are part of a multi-year trend. And investors might be able to find attractive buying opportunities, particularly in some of the larger platform type of tech companies that really have great growth potential and high quality earnings.
Okay. Thank you both for joining us to kick off the hour.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.